Hi everyone, alongside Mike Trossel, I'm Dave Giancola, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Champion's Journey. Brittany Lang was still seeking her first major title coming into the 2016 U.S. Women's Open at CordeValle outside of San Jose in California, but it's not the first time she was in the running. Lang nearly won the championship as an amateur 11 years prior.
And through 36 holes, she wasn't even on the front page of the leaderboard, but a spectacular 68 in round 3 propelled her into contention. Starting 2 strokes behind Lydia Ko on Sunday, Lang demonstrated her grit with a consistent performance and topped Anna Nordqvist in a 3-hole playoff.
Let's take a look at every televised shot from Brittany Lang's marathon victory in 2016.
Brittany Lang, tall Duke Blue Devil. Get her to 5 under. Good putt, but a great round. Another player with some tremendous length out here that can get these par 5s.
Yeah, she's really worked on taking the left side out of her game.
Lang's shot here in the number 9, the par 5, right over the flagstick. That was from 96 yards.
Yeah, she's going along nicely today, even par.
Here's Brittany Lang's birdie putt on the 9th. It's her approach right over the top of the flagstick. Even par for the day, so she'll turn it level.
Yeah, you know, I think she played those first few holes well today, so I think the backside might be playing just a tad easier. A couple par 5s you can get at.
This is the second shot here at 12 now for Brittany Lang. Found the bunker from the tee. 30 years of age. Ranked 40th in the world.
She might be able to use that backstop and get it to come on back.
Playing in her 12th U.S. Open.
That was a very well played shot there.
Over to the 12th.
12th now, yes, and it's Brittany Lang. This for a 3. Oh, just hit the rim, but failed to fall. That'll be a drop shot from Brittany Lang. Back to 2 under.
Let's go to 12. Lang for birdie here, 4 under. This to get to 3 shots off the lead.
She has the best round of the day going at the time, and not her best effort there.
And now Lang for birdie. And able to rattle it in.
I don't know if that was a walk-in or if you thought she missed it, Paul.
I don't know either, but she's making a move. 3 under for the day.
Brittany Lang's eagle putt. This hole playing downwind but uphill, and she was reaching this hole and was against the wind in the practice round.
It's the easiest stretch on the course all week, and she hasn't made a birdie on any of these last 4 holes until right now, Brad.
You look at that, saying 5 under up to 16.
Here's Lang for par. You think about Brittany Lang, maybe she's the one who comes from off the pace on moving day to win. Sayre Pak won it all in 1998, and a movement was underway. Let's go to 17 and Lang.
It's her 35-footer up the hill here, Joe, for birdie. Right on line. 4 under par on the day. Now to the 18th.
What a day for Brittany Lang. 5 birdies, 1 bogey for her 3rd round.
It's a tough shot coming out of that rough. No way to stop it.
No, and it was a dangerous shot too. She didn't dare come up short and flirt with that flagstick.
Trying to get that up and down for a par. 4th shot for Brittany Lang at 18.
Brother Luke is on the bag. He's been on the bag since her rookie year. Very well done.
This for par.
And that is a big putt for Brittany Lang.
What a round of 68, matching her first round score. 5 under for the championship. Here's Lang now for birdie to share the lead at 6. Can't get it to go. Good putt. She'll stay one back at the moment. 1 under for her round after shooting a pair of 68s with a 75 wedged in between.
There's a long hitting Brittany Lang here on the 416-yard downwind par 4. Tough hole location here today. Back only 5 yards from the right edge, and look at that ball roll.
Yeah, this hits up nicely for her cut. She just likes to take it off that left side of the bunker and just kind of cut it right on in there.
Sounded like she said she needed to land at 92. That's too far, I think.
Well, she's landed it short of that.
Oh, well judged. Could go in. Great shot for Lang. That putt now to get her to share the lead.
Eight's just playing 147 yards today, but it is straight downwind with a front hole location. Really only have to hit something about 135 yards. Just difficult to get close to this hole, but I'm sure she's not very happy with that one.
Electing to putt it short of the green.
Going a little to her left.
Man, that just is gonna gut you when you do that. Now she's got to collect herself and hit a good tee shot on 9.
Now this is the tee on number 9, a 572-yard par 5 right back into the wind.
This hole is set up nicely for Brittany. She loves to hit that little cut. Just aims up to the left and hits right down that left-hand side with a little butter cut.
This is
perfect
Julie,
position.
maybe the most important tee shot of the day for these players. 100 yards. Some feedback there.
Yeah, she used that slope nicely. Give herself a 15-footer for a birdie.
And Lang's putt for birdie now to get within 1.
Brad, this downhill, going to go a little to her right, about 6 inches. Going to be kind of quick.
Oh, yeah, that's a good putt. Just need a hair more speed. 5's not a bad score here. We've said how difficult this hole is played all week.
She is 5 under and right there with the trouble for Lydia Ko at 9.
That's a terrific tee shot.
A little bit of breeze off her right.
And that will sit. She's Brittany Lang for birdie.
This is all about the speed here. Okay. Pretty good. Nice steady par at the difficult 10th.
Back into the wind. She likes this cut shot. She was hitting some beautiful drives on the driving range this morning.
Yeah, she's had no problem carrying those bunkers in the fairway, too.
But it is a problem for some of the players, Julie, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, yeah, but she's long enough with that cut shot. It's no problem.
We're kind of on top of a knoll, and it is really blowing hard into her and off the left. This is going to really swing to the right.
Does she have the speed?
We've seen everybody leave that putt short today. No one is getting it to the hole.
The wind and the slope. Giant forces they may have not seen much of until they turn back into the wind.
Brittany Lang, this her second shot at 12 at the par 3.
Joe, just one too many clubs here. Downhill, she flew the ball all the way to the hole. 2 hop back here in the bunker. Now back into the breeze.
And if you put this all in perspective, Lydia Ko is in the process of legacy building. And these other players, it could mean so much if they were able to pull this off.
Back up the hill. Great save.
Wow. Quoted as saying about how things change when you get into contention. Brittany said it changes a lot.
Now Brittany Lang on the 13th hole. New tee location for the golfers today. Got to keep it out of the left rough today. That's a little bit of an error there. That lie looks pretty good, but you want to be in the fairway coming in with this hold.
Second shot here for Brittany Lang at 13.
Well, Joe, you see this problem she has here. You see the flag just right here over the bunker. And that's a great shot. Beautifully judged out of the rough. That could have been trouble with a little bit of fly or lie, but she lifted it up nice.
See if she can make a nice calm stroke going a little left.
She sure did. Brittany Lang. Birdie and tied for the lead.
But boy, they got on the clock and everything changed. Brittany, excuse me, hit 14, hitting that big old cut shot again. Perfect.
Now the co-leader. Second shot for Brittany Lang, our co-leader.
Oh, and suddenly this has become the most difficult hole in the championship. Norquist has already gone past this hole. Lang getting a great bounce there. Okay.
Here is Brittany Lang with a long birdie try.
Oh yeah, beautifully judged. She'll be happy to skate right on over to that next tee with a par here at the difficult 14th hole. 15 will be a reachable par 5 for Brittany, who's currently tied for the lead.
That's where Nordquist made her move with an eagle at 15, and off she goes to the par 5.
And Norquist heading to the par 5 18.
Brittany Lang, tee shot here on the par 5 up the hill. And that hard fade, the hole back 9 and a carry. Oh, that's a big mistake.
Yeah, she's just going to have to wedge out of there and make it a 3-shot lead. 3-shot hole.
Brittany Lang's second shot from this left fairway bunker. She's done it once before on this hole already this week. Now just forced to lay it up. Still has a chance for a birdie. About 150 yards. Asking it to sit. Look at that hard first bounce. Just creeps into the rough there. Kind of as expected.
Just such a defensive play.
It'll be difficult to get much closer than that. It's a pretty good shot.
Very quick.
Oh, yes!
Look at her buddy Angela Stanford giving her a little fist pump right there. It's awesome to see.
Our leader by 1, Brittany Lang. What a putt.
Well, you know, it just shows you she feels comfortable. She's one of the few players here of late that hasn't left every single putt short. Perfect speed, and you have to be brave to hit it down that hill at this point in the tournament. Good for her.
The 30-year-old Brittany Lang, 1 tour win. No bigger putt she's ever hit in her career, as she will make her way now to 17.
And it did. It started at the left edge of that bunker. Wow. Penetrating ball flight.
And this is going to be a great hole location for her second shot too with that little fade.
180 yards.
Oh, safely to the left.
See if she can use the contour. Will it get all the way down? Maybe. Lengthy putt for birdie.
Sit, baby, sit. 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 Whoa, 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 stop.
Good run.
That's the sweaty palm special.
Don't look at me, Julie. I didn't try to hex her.
I would have never said that.
A tie atop the leaderboard now with Nordquist and Lang at 6 under, but Brittany Lang heads to the finishing par 5. And what it's like for her husband.
So much harder to watch.
Sit. Sit.
I have to contend with that huge oak tree if it goes too far. The idea now from there is to just hit it to a distance.
She might have that tree in her way. She might have to go over.
Gotta hit it to a distance that you love. She should be able to wedge it over that tree.
Really just get it over. It's really just all it is, and she's done that easily.
Yep. If it's not in the fairway, she's got virtually no chance of getting it close, so that's priority 2, and that's going to be almost impossible to get close. It even looked like it settled down, so her next shot likely will be a little right and long. Well, if it comes up short, there's enough slope there short of the green, it'll go back in the water. That's pretty good. It's about all you can expect. Real sensible play there.
She's parred this 18th each of the first 3 rounds. Hole number 18 had played as the second easiest hole the first 3 rounds. Today the 9th toughest all week.
Yeah, Joe, and he's a really good golfer, so I'm sure he helps her out a lot on the reads.
This putt's got a little wiggle in it, kind of a double breaker, all being both very subtle breaks. It's not going to do a whole lot.
24 feet, Paul. Looks to me like it's got a little bit of right at the very end when it loses its speed. Back into the breeze as well.
Two of the biggest players on tour watching.
Just got to get the speed right here. 2 putts playoff. Knock it in. US Open champion.
Well, what that does is point this toward a playoff. It also leaves the door open for Sung Hyun Park, who needs just a birdie at the last to get into a 3-way tie at the top. Obviously, an eagle by Park would win it. There haven't been any at 18 yet.
And this is hooked well left.
That's the end of that. So that's heartbreaking. She seemed to me like she was fighting that all day. She was able to hang on for the most part. Her misses have been to the right, and you just felt like the hook was lurking, and it came at the worst possible time. She was reaching most of them in 2.
4-way tie at 3rd. Lydia Ko, Amy Yang, Sung Hyun Park, and Uni G with her birdie at 18 joins that group. Then Stacey Lewis, the only one at 3 under for this championship.
Yep.
And how bright is the future for the 19-year-old New Zealander Lydia Ko. Off they go to 16. Par 3, par 4, par 5. And we will stay right here. Again, it's a 3-hole aggregate. If they're tied after that, they will go back to 18. Anna Nordquist and Brittany Lang are tied at the top. Then it's the tie for 3rd with Lydia Ko, Amy Yang, Sung Hyun Park, Uni G, Stacey Lewis, Christy Kerr, really showed well for the 38-year-old. Played well. Started her week with a 67 on Thursday. Jarena Pillar still inside that top 10. So Yun Yu. Sydney Michaels. As Jessica Korda could not get much to fall this week. Hit the ball really well. 1 over today. Even for the championship. And before the playoff, we remind you, Fox Sports coverage of the U.S. Women's Open Championship is brought to you by American Express, proud partner of the USGA. By Rolex. Rolex is the official timekeeper of the USGA and its championships. And by Deloitte. There's opportunity where you least expect it. Look again. Also by Buick. And as we welcome you inside the tower, we get some extra golf. I'm Joe Buck along with Paul Azinger and the Hall of Famer, two-time U.S. Women's Open champion Julie Inkster. And, well, we've got a playoff, a 3-hole aggregate playoff between two, one of which has won a major, and opportunity here for the first for Brittany Lang.
Yeah, none of them really have experience in playoffs. Brittany Lang's been in one and actually won the tournament. Anna hasn't been in any. I lost a U.S. Open in a playoff, 18 holes, so there's a lot on the line for them right now. They're probably both had the best control of their golf ball today, all day long, so I think it's going to be a great playoff.
Yeah, it's certainly on the back nine. There was some impressive golf, and if you want to look to one hole in particular, for Anna Nordquist, she took advantage of the length off the tee at the par 5 15th, ended up making eagle after backing off a putt. That is specifically why she's in this playoff.
Yeah, she hit it great. Brittany Lang had a great driving round today, other than the 15th hole, the par 5 you speak of there, which is reachable. But, you know, their personalities are completely different. Nordquist is more of that steely type, isn't she? And Lang might be a little more fidgety, maybe a little more unsure. But I found personally when I got in a playoff that for whatever reason, I was a nervous wreck until I got to that point. Once the playoff hit, I was able to relax. So hopefully that same thing will happen to Brittany Lang. They'll both play great golf. 3-hole aggregate, I think, is great. I like that better than the 18-hole playoff, I can tell you.
I agree on that. 3 holes, get it done tonight. Get your champion tonight.
But again, there's no sudden death, at least to this point. So that's something that I think our viewers are not used to seeing if they haven't watched this side of the sport. You got to count them all, and you're playing 3 holes, and we'll see where we sit after this train makes its way to 16, the par 3, and they play 16, 17, and 18.
16's similar to the 18th hole in that they're going to be hitting a little sand wedge or a big sand wedge or a little pitching wedge there, but unless they think they can get it close, they're not going to be willing to take a chance, and it's going to be hard to get it close on 16. It's be hard to get it close on 18 if you lay up. So.
And Paul, I always thought it was hard to play a playoff against your friend.
And they are good friends. Yeah. They play practice rounds together. They've been to each other's wedding and, you know, whatever. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, they got a lot on the line, U.S. Open champ.
Well, for Brittany Lang, her thoughts about the USGA, this great championship. I love the USGA. I have a lot of respect for them and how they set a course up and how they run things. They're always really special places. It's my country's major. I just love the way they set the courses up. And this has been a fantastic setup, a golf course that debuted in 1999. Kiss from Kevin Spann, Brittany's husband, Anna Nordquist. These two good friends will go at it here for this major championship.
We're gonna playing go.
Okay, ladies. Congratulations on making it to this point.
Thank you. Thanks.
Just a reminder, this is a 3-hole aggregate playoff. We'll be playing holes 16, 17, and 18. Still tied after those 3 holes. We'll play 18 repeated. Okay. We're going to select the draw using the coins in this bag. There's a 1 and a 2 numbered coin in this bag. You can keep these coins as commemorative of this situation that you're in right now. Miss Nordquist, you were the first one in.
Okay.
So you'll get to draw first.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yep. Good luck.
I never got a coin.
Oh. Poor baby. Well, so it feels to me like getting to go first is offense.
Okay.
And
it should be downwind left to right, but mostly just downwind.
And this is enough.
Yep. It's an aggressive swing, right?
All right. This is a good stick.
Yep.
Down slice.
Downwind.
She can make a long putt. There's a big breath of air there. I think to go first, you're on offense, and that's your mindset, Julie. And to go second, depending on what the opponent does, you can play offense or defense. So you do have more options to go second, but
Yeah, I think going offense, you know, you gotta pull off the shot. You want to be the one that makes the shot.
This is a gap wedge, Julie, just from 120 yards. She's got to carry it about 115 to get it over that bunker.
Go. Hey, Britt.
okay.
So that one win on tour for Brittany Lang came in a playoff. Stakes were not as high, certainly, as they are here in a major championship. Now on an Nordquist.
This also just a gap wedge. Again, with so much breeze here, so difficult to stop it near this hole. Greens are really firm now.
Well, they were both aiming there. You can believe that.
Brittany Lang will be first to putt.
She's just about 2 feet short of her line, but she will get a read at least the last half part of this putt.
Brittany will start with a par. This is the first playoff since 2011 that happened at Broadmoor, Colorado Springs, won by So Yeon Yu.
That was a really good chance to take a one-shot lead there.
On to the par 4 17th they go.
Almost identical looking shot to what she hit just about a half an hour ago.
We're committing to the right edge of the bunker.
Now Nordquist.
You like that? Same line here.
Yeah.
Okay.
With driver. She bogeyed this hole twice. Both times she drove it in that left fairway bunker. See if she can avoid that. Now.
Okay, here we go again.
Finds it again.
We're up here this time. Nice.
It's a 7-iron coming in very low and left. Not a good shot.
Unbelievable. There had to be some indecision, and just like her caddy said, a little lack of commitment there.
Well, there's a ridge that runs through the middle of the green. Anything at the middle of the green will feed down towards the flag. Big miss hit there.
And a quick swing there. Now Nordquist out of the bunker.
169 yards, playing downhill for this a 5-iron.
Scott, from this angle, we can see this lie. It looks like it's setting up beautiful. The rake, the rakes
really
going down the right angle too.
It was good, solid contact just in the middle part of the green.
A little bit unlucky there. It didn't catch the slope and go down, and she'll have a tricky little pitch.
Back into the breeze.
If you like stats, she's been good around the greens this week. 69% of up and downs. Looks like she hit it hard. Nope.
Get loud.
Yeah, nice pace there. Tough shot.
Very nice. Very well played.
Oh, and a great putt for Lang. Oh, what a great feeling that is after a really terrible second shot and an unbelievable up and down.
That might be one of the worst second shots or iron shots he's ever hit in her professional career, and then to follow it up with an up and down just shows she's got a lot of moxie. Well, that's dead center.
And it broke about a cup. Now Norquist can't take this for granted, obviously.
She works really hard on her putting. She does a lot of drills. You know, this time I can't see her missing this. This is going to be straight in.
Yeah, Julie, while she was practice putting before the playoffs, she had a chalk line down. Helps you with alignment and just seeing that straight line. Nothing here. See the line on her ball. 2 pars.
2 great pars. They're probably thinking, boy, I hope I don't have to play that hole again. Or I'm glad I don't have to play that hole again.
Well, it's just the 18th now.
I'm not one for putting all my eggs in one basket. I like to spread them out a little bit.
Spread those eggs out. Well, birdies are about as hard to find on this hole as a deviled egg after a church picnic. That's an old Southern saying, but it's the truth.
Well, she's found the rough on the right.
That's a sure enough. That's a sure layup for Brittany. Now,
Definitely gonna move.
Yeah.
Norquist also laying back.
Anna has Kyle Morrison on her bag. First year for that pairing. Kyle used to work for Bo Martin. Looks like this is testing the right side, and into the rough goes Anna Nordquist.
So it looks like she drew a little better lie than Brittany there.
We got us a wedge
Same spot.
contest now.
Let's go back to 17.
Well, here's the second shot on Norquist we're taking a look at. And now, did she touch the sand? You know, you can't ground your club anytime in a hazard. Obviously, a bunker is a hazard. Did her club head touch the sand here? We haven't seen this yet. Oh, there's no doubt about it.
Brad,
That's crushing.
That is crushing. That's a 2-stroke penalty.
Every player in the field knows that this is a penalty without doubt. And she can't argue that that club had hit the sand. And everybody knows that's a basic rule of golf. Yeah, Zing, you said it correct. There's no way she would have known that.
Well, I don't think, you know, looking at it again there, it actually was just ever so slightly in front of the leading edge. But, you know, players don't set up with their head in front of the ball. They set up with their head behind the ball. So it's quite possible she didn't see it. And it was just one teeny little clump.
One teeny little grain.
She smother hooked this iron shot on the last hole. That's not very good, really. You know, now there's no chance of really getting it close. She's going to have to bail a little bit long and to the right.
It's kind of the same shot she had on the final play of regulation.
So Norquist.
And if you want that guy to move.
Yeah, you guys
Can
are
you guys
right
move?
over me.
Right in line of where we're going.
We're just over this part, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just over. Perfect.
This is a pitching wedge. She's just going to take it over the left side of this tree. No reason to get it way down there. Just put yourself in a good position.
Point of this all is Anna Nordquist plays this 18th hole. There's a possible 2-stroke penalty hanging over her head, which she is not aware of. So she may have to make birdie here at 18 to have a chance to continue it, but isn't aware of it. Back after this.
and that's right where you're going to hit it. And you don't think you can get it close, you're going to bail long. And
I've seen all the balls here this week.
So on the heels of what happened at Oakmont, here we are again, and now the conversation is happening.
Well, I don't think that was right to, have Anna hit the ball, and she's going to know now, and Brittany, Brittany's going to know now, and she's going to play it differently.
They have seen that you sold the club into the sand.
Oh, really?
That's a,
Oh, really?
that is a 2-stroke penalty.
Okay.
We wanted to let you know that now.
So they told Anna, and now they will go over and tell Brittany.
I don't think he did.
Based on video they had from the 17th hole, we have assessed a 2-stroke penalty on Anna because she grounded your club in the bunker. We
Okay.
just told her that for the first time and wanted you to know that now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Say that. Yeah, because she put her club in the bunker.
91 yards, just a sandwich. The ball is sitting down just a little bit.
I just think it changes your whole mindset. I think it's almost tougher.
The crowd there at 18 isn't aware. 2 putts to win for Brittany Lang. It would be her first major championship, her second tour win. And she has given herself a fantastic chance to do just that. Now Anna Nordquist, who hit grains of sand with the sole of her club in that fairway bunker at 17, which has cost her 2 shots. Will have to roll this in to have any hope of going back to the tee here at 18.
Man, she handled it like a true champion too. And the way they told her and she just nodded her head okay. Very impressive.
it's not like you can take the camera out of that scenario. I mean, when a rule's broken and the camera's on, it's no different than the NFL. This has to go in, and it's not. And Brittany Lang.
Brittany Lang is going to win this championship. A reminder that Anna Nordquist started this day 6 shots back. An incredible finish for the Swede. Made that eagle at 15. Played well here in this aggregate playoff, but the 2-stroke penalty will cost her any hope of winning here at CordeValle.
Still not sure the fans know in the grandstands what's going on.
Well, you can certainly understand that. And the stage is now set for Brittany Lang.
Nothing here, right?
This will change her life. No doubt about that. She played great all week. She did all the things she needed to do.
And Brittany Lang is the U.S. Women's Open champion. The pride of Duke University. A hug from her husband, Kevin Spann. And a championship, a major championship on the resume of Brittany Lang.
I gotta get my mom.
And in this sport that's dominated by teenagers, the #1 player
It's her mom, Pam.
Mikey.
Follows her around a lot.
The 30-year-old will raise the trophy here at CordeValle.
Well, fades win U.S. Opens a lot of times, and she went with that little cut shot all week, as did Dustin Johnson a couple weeks back. What a moment for Brittany Lang.
Stacy Lewis right there, Morgan Pressel. Angela Stanford.
Paula Creamer right there. You can see how she is loved by her fellow competitors. Here's the final putt. This is what seals it for Brittany Lang. In her 12th try in a U.S. Women's Open Championship, she ends up on top.
Brittany Lang, a fantastic victory, a dramatic day. And can you talk to us about the emotions, certainly here on the 18th in the playoff when you found out the news from the USGA with regard to that penalty for your opponent?
Yeah, it's definitely a shame for Anna for it to come down to something like that. You never want it to be because of a penalty. You want it to be because of better play. So, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I feel for her, but definitely took a little bit of pressure off me. So, yeah.
An incredible performance. You were 2 shots back going into the final round. You know, the benefit of experience, it's your 12th US Open. You were tied second as an amateur in your first US Open 11 years ago. What did you go out with? What was the game plan going out there today?
Yeah, I've been playing so good all year, and I'm just trying to work and stay in a process, and I'm super proud of myself for doing that. I did such a good job all 4 days, and it's not easy to do, and that's on the line. So I'm really proud of myself, and it was an absolute blast. But 12 U.S. Opens, you learn a lot. You learn to chip out and make pars and make bogeys, so definitely played smart golf.
You are the new US Women's Open champion. What does it mean to you, Brittany Lang?
I can't believe it. It means absolutely everything. I know all my girls who came out for a young American girl growing up, this is what you dream of. I mean, you dream about winning tournaments, but the U.S. Women's Open, this is everything. It's amazing.
Well, you're going to join an illustrious list of champions. You're going to be there forever. It's the 71st hosting of this championship, and you are the winner. Well done to Brittany Lang.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.